All right, welcome to Doozer Shop. Big treat for you guys. You're seeing this from a new camera. It's Canon Vivimax. I don't know what it is, but hopefully I'm going to be getting used to it, and it'll be better sound quality, better audio quality. Hopefully you guys will like my videos, maybe even more. I don't know, but so I got the screen now. Before I didn't have the screen. I can turn the screen around. I'm watching myself, so I'm going to be kind of doing this backwards mirror thing. Anyhow, been a while since my shop video. Thank you for all the subscribers that watched my piston video for Jonathan W.'s Franklin, 1927 Franklin. Appreciate that very much. I like to teach, and I was kind of narrating and teaching what I'm doing on the lathe, how I was doing welding, and I'm glad a lot of you guys liked it, and thank you for the subscriptions. So what inspired me to run out here tonight and make a video is I seen the Always Sunny in the Shop guy. He's got a fabulous Monarch lathe. The thing is just superior, mint. Like his channel, check it out. He did a Kaizen foam in the drawers video. It's like sponge that organizes stuff and puts it to it. So I want to show you guys a little bit about how I organize my tools in my drawers and shelves and in lockers, just to show you guys how I do it. Maybe you think my stuff's a mess, it's not organized at all, maybe it's too organized. I thought the Kaizen foam was a little too organized, but let me go handheld and I'll show you my stuff and I'll tell you why maybe I think it was too organized. So pick up the camera, handheld. All right, I got a wrist strap here. All right, oop. All right, so chaos. I thrive on chaos a little bit on my workbench. I think it's very creative. I think Thomas Edison, said to invent something cool, you need a pile of junk and whatever. But all this stuff is like projects, pieces from projects I'm working on. So let me back up. Begin at the beginning. All right. This is my shop. When you first come in the door, turn on the lights and maybe grab a beer from the fridge, and I got this table here, and this is like potato chips and like pens and pencils and tape measures and just flashlights, because everything. Got a shaving mirror to hang up. That's kind of primary, and then I got basically two workbenches. I got this workbench, I got that one over there. So two workbenches. I should back up more without trying to trip over. So you can kind of see I got the two workbenches. And in between, I've got these are pull-out file cabinet drawers. I've got 1, 2, 3, and all the way 4. And then this side, I've got blueprint drawers. I think those are C-size. And I'll show you, I got pull-out cabinet drawers there. And then on top, kind of move over, back up. These are like, I forget what they call those, Acro Mills drawers. Got these little steel pull-out drawers. These are actually Kennedy kits. That one and that one's a Kennedy. That top metal drawers, I forget what you call those. My mind escapes me. And then the drill bits drawers, and that's a Gerstner or something. But this is kind of what I do. I have parts all over. Yeah. So some of the organization, I got this piece of southern yellow pine. It's very old, and it had collets in it or something. I bought some collets off eBay. I don't remember. And I started sticking my my calipers in it, and it kind of holds them. 6-pack, and that works for me. As far as like end mills, I think, I don't even know. So these are solid carbide end mills in there, and I think some of the roughers and All right, like most of those are like the same. And then I got some small ones, and different small ones. And I started going over here. Like those are all 3/8 carbide, and because they're all the same. And oh, and in the back, those are the 2 flutes, solid carbide, and then the 4 flutes in the front. So you can see I got little dividers, and then those are like taps, more taps, and dies, and then like big taps. But like up here, I've got all kinds of weird stuff. Just soup to nuts. And there's dividers. These are like cotter pins, and these are like ball handles. I'm still getting the hang of this camera. Scrapers. They may be tools. They may be, okay, these are like flip top oilers. Like hose fittings for like carburetor stuff. Anything. These are all like set screws. Like, well, some are like all their different set screws, stainless set screws. Just, I'm still getting used to the camera. So I mean, all this is set screws. Just kind of stuff like that. So the Kaizen foam, Kaizen. All right, let me show you. So this is just under the workbench. These are the blueprint drawers. And all right. Let me stand up. So these are Morse taper shank drill bits, and they're from I think 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. But what's this black stuff is 30 weight felt paper, tar paper, asphalt paper. And I hope the camera microphone picks this up. Listen here, you're gonna hear it. No. Hear that? It was stuck. Hear that? It was stuck. So it creates a little bond. There's no black or anything on there from the tar, but it just kind of forms like a little, not all of them. You can hear it. It's sticky. Not sticky like candy, but the weight of it, it kind of cold flows. And on the Always Sunny in the Shop video, they're talking about the Kaizen foam, okay? And I said, I don't like Kaizen foam. And if you like it, that's great. But for me, it's a good compromise between being able to fill up what you want, where you want. I don't have a specific place to put something, but I can put stuff and it kind of stays put. And it really does. And let me not do that one yet. All right, I do have, okay, this is hybrid. So I got these metal tins from something, and I put the little stuff in there. So, carbide drill bits, and, carbide taps, and Allen keys, and knockout punches. I get weird, like skinny drills. I give these micrometers away to people when they visit the shop. I just got so many 0 to 1, 1 to 2s. I just give them away because, why not? So that being said, like all these end mills, right? They're just kind of sitting here, and it takes a couple days, and they'll get some stiction, like that. Not all of them do it, but that one's stuck. It's my boring bars and carbide drill bits. So you got to be a little careful, but for the most part, the black 30-pound felt paper, it's not bad. It's pretty good. So I'm just kind of showing you an alternative. So let me open this one. So there are some dividers. The back stuff you know, it's just set there. The front, I got these wood dividers, right? This is what I think this came from, I don't know where this came from, but you can get dividers at, you know, the cookware store, not specifically for forks and spoons, but this is like a drawer organizer for in the kitchen department, right? And then look at this, like it's just a box, you know. It's just these little, I don't know what this is from, taps. You know, here's a box full of taps. This wood thing's pretty cool. It's like a shadow board or something. But I mean, here's a box. I'm rambling. So these are all 1/2-inch shank end mills for my little clausing mill. But it doesn't have to be super high tech. Like if this was Kaizen foam, you'd go nuts. Because I bring home, you know, end mills sometimes off, you know, different auctions or places I go, and boring bars, and I need to make a new cutout in the foam, and it's just, you know, the shop is so constantly working and evolving, and I might give away some tooling to friends. Oh, you need a couple end mills because you're doing, you know, I do that. I just, you know, so it's, that's what that is. Maybe I'm going on. Okay. These are horizontal mill cutters, right? Key seat cutters. I got stashed some reamers in there. I don't know. Those are ring gauges. Those are nice to set your ID calipers or bore mics or whatever. Arbor spacers and grinder. You know, and I bet you hear it. It's stuck, right? I mean, all these are like, you hear it, that click. Okay, that's been there months and months. But you look at the bottom, there's no brown tar. You know, it's a little rust, but that's because of what there was rust on there, not because it makes it. Yeah, nothing's going to rust on this tar paper. Nothing is going to rust on this tar paper. So much so that, look at, when I set my cabinets on the floor, you can see the tar paper under that cabinet. You know, there's tar paper under that cabinet. You know, concrete, you know, it's so cold, it condenses the moisture out of the atmosphere, and then it gets stuck underneath your cabinet. But if you put on tar paper, it ain't going to do that. It protects the steel. I don't think I got these on tar paper. I think this is on perforated pegboard or something I had. But just don't put metal cabinets on concrete. Just it's awful. And like this is TIG rod, okay? So this is, you know, E70 filler, brazing rod, stainless, and who knows what else filler. And then, yeah, I get these little plastic organizers from the craft store, and you take the lid off and you throw the lid away because you don't care. But my TIG consumables are in there. You know, all the different electrode, you know, for TIG welding. You know, you guys know. You TIG weld. You know what the deal is. So that, I mean, it's a hybrid. You know, and these are still in the cardboard because this, I don't know, there's like 50 pounds in here of E70 filler. Clamps. I got clamps in here. And they stay put. You know, I'm sorry with the camera, I'm getting better. They stay put. You know, they're not. And it's perfect for that. And if I Kaizen foamed all this stuff, I don't know. I don't need to know if I'm missing a clamp that badly. You know, as far as like the edge finders, dude, buy 3-4 edge finders. Just keep them around, just like calipers. Just surround yourself with stuff you're going to use. Tape measures, oil cans, just do it. You know. Okay, it was there. All right, this is another hybrid approach. These red things were plastic bins, and I think this is 1 3/4 inches deep. I saw cut these down. I set the fence on the radial arm saw, and I cut them more shallow. So they fit in here. And it works, and it's cheap. I mean, small stuff, you need to have a bin. I get you. You know, washers and O-rings and just springs. Instead of having your springs in one big cookie jar, I kind of separate them out into tension, compression, torsion, and big, whatever. All right, enough of the springs. Maybe I showed you guys enough to illustrate. Oh no, okay. All right, this is cool. So these bolts are in, I guess, brownie pans. I got these at Walmart for 88 cents a piece, and they're made in the United States. So they fit in really nice. They're just the right height. So this is my bolt bin collection. Ever since I was a kid fixing lawnmowers, I had these bolts. Nuts, washers. They're still, you know, 1/4 inch to 3/8 generally. Long bolts. Allen bolts. 1/4 inch, 5/16, 5/16, 3/8, bigger, and some miscellaneous bolts, and then these are like shelving bolts, 1/4 inch. So yeah, these bins, I guess they're brownie pans or bread pans, I don't know. 88 cents at Walmart, very handy. Same thing. These 4 are metric. Big pipe fittings, 1/8 inch pipe fittings, reducers or whatever, and you know, nipples over on here. So that's really handy. Hope I'm not boring you guys. I got 3. Okay, and then these are, again, hobby craft organizers, and I threw the lids away because then they fit in here. So these are all stainless, this and that, and I got some. Well, here's another one of these, you know, pie tin organizers. This should be forward. All right, and so this is like under 1/4 inch, weird pipe fittings and just lifting eyes. You know, it's just so you get an overview of what it is. I'll show you some. What do I want to show you? Oh, I'll show you collets. All right. So I started out as I was, you know, developing in my machine shop endeavor with 5C collets. Well, let me back up. All right. All right, bada bing. So now these are just set in here. All right. These could all be knocked over, and they're just crowded in there. And it's not optimal, but it works. And this is a file cabinet. So these are the emergency collets and just different whatever. This is not a complete set. This is just odd, weird, rusty, whatever. And you know, here's a divider, but you try not to slam it. Even if you did, it probably wouldn't go anywhere. But it's just be careful. Now, when I got more money, and you know, I was more serious about, yeah, all those are still set in there. So this is a full 5C set from basically nothing up to 1 inch and whatever. And I've got some that are 5C to Morse taper, 5C to, and then round and sharp taper. And then my tool posts for the lathe that are not going to stay in there, but whatever. So these are just set in here. And it works for now until I make up a better collet rack and whatever. And I don't know if I got anything more interesting to show you guys. Oh, this is just for bragging. So these are TG200 True Grip, I think is what it stands for. 2 inch, 1 3/4 inch, 1.5 inch, 1/4 inch. So these fit collet holder for the Giddings and Lewis horizontal boring mill. So I can hold up to 2 inch end mills, which I have on the windowsill that I can't show you because the SIP is in the way. Okay, big collets, and they're just set in there, you know. Morse taper, reducer shanks, and just whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I got drill bits in here. I'll just show you guys. Oh, so yeah. So these are the big horizontal milling cutters, and just whatever. You've seen the small cutters were over there. These are big spiral helical super duper potty pooper. I don't even know. You know, you get past 40 and you forget stuff. This is sort of just the boxes that the chucks came in. These are from Shars. I think I did another video. These are like the premium line. They have ones for $55 and I think these are $80 or $85. These things are absolutely freaking awesome. I think I got less than a thou run out on both of these. I think that's 4 Morse taper with the tang, and that's R8. Yeah. Alright, so I don't even know. Alright, so let me open this up. So this could stand more organization. This is just a piece of granite that it fits on top in my various, you know, dial indicators and whatever. And they're just sitting in there, and granted, it could be better, right? I mean, we talk about... So this is kind of cool. I got a cardboard box, I got some chucks, I got some soup cans with some adapters. I know, we're talking about Kaizen foam, Kaizen. But it's just so much stuff. Again, cookie tin, you know, cans, tin cans, D&L hand cleaner. It doesn't have to be super duper expensive. You know, and I mean these are just straight adapters, and they're heavy enough where they stay in there. And you know, I guess use appropriate storage for what it is. So you know, these are just all in a mishmash. So this is probably a bad example. Yeah, this could stand some more forethought. I must admit, these are just my chucks, and these are not my good chucks. Like these are just kind of like I got them in an auction, or I got them in a lot of tooling, or someone was throwing them out, and these are like parts, and like they're probably within 5 thou. They're not super accurate, or you know, or yet to be sorted. I mean, just I don't know. As a side note, cardboard boxes and jars, and you know, underneath there, that's you know, storage solutions. And this is just weird stuff: sandpaper. Plastic bin of carburetor fittings from Mikuni and Keans. You know, I mean, just cardboard boxes. This is a coffee can, you know, coffee paper cup. So that's that. I'll show you over here because this is kind of cool. I need to get my oil cans somewhere better. So these, when my sister had a baby, my little niece, she had baby formula, and on, I think I said radial arm saw before with the fence, table saw. I used a table saw, I set the fence, and I cut the tops off all these. They're just formula, baby formula. So they fit in there in the file cabinet, so that's cool, nuts and bolts. I think this is the same. Yeah, this is the same baby formula. And so this is what, you know, these bins started looking like. That's what those in, you know, that drawer over there were. And I cut the tops off, right, you know, at the ledge there on the table saw. So these, still learning this camera. Yeah, so these I left tall because they fit in there and they close. So more future storage potential. Baby food jars and washers. And I don't think I have anything else. Yep, baby food jars and stainless. So that's that. So this is a close-up of this bench. Ooh, I can go high because I got the movable screen. Look at that down shot. I'm loving this camera. Yeah. So this is my other bench. I'm having too much fun, guys. It's just stuff, parts for the lathe. You see my bushings, everything. So this is cool. I got to get this. Those are my ER40 collets. This has just been sitting here forever. So this Z-Live Center, pretty good stuff. I think, I don't know, definitely less than half a thou run out. Maybe 2 or 3/10, to be honest. I got these on eBay. Z-Live Center. That's the name of the store. So that's pretty killer. Let's see. My other tool drawer. This is a Vidmar Lion bot Vidmar. I got a Kennedy up there. Some just miscellaneous squares. So this is zoomed out all the way. So just garbage on top. My paperwork and just weird stuff. I need to clean up. All right. So let me open it, and then I'll stand back because I know how the zoom works on this thing. Screwdrivers. Oops. Pliers, and it's got like the factory Vidmar dividers or Lion or Bot or whatever, you know. So that works. And this is like straight screwdrivers, Phillips, itty bitty screwdrivers, pliers, and I don't know, whatever. So that's how that works. And it's sort of just like, look it. I mean, this is a box of nuts, bolts, fasteners that I just doubled up and reused. It doesn't have to be high tech. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. Okay. All right. I'm still loving the filming with the tilt screen. So, all right. These are, you know, double offset wrenches. I will admit that I had almost a complete set, and I started collecting offset wrenches off eBay to fill in. They're not all the same. There's about, you know, 4 or 5 different brands here, but you know what? I don't care if it's Snap-on or this is just whatever. All my wrenches are just whatever. So, okay, I'm still getting, so these brass things, these are door closer covers. Usually this snaps over the closer on a door. And if they fall over, you know, I don't care, whatever. So these are just box wrenches. These are combination wrenches. You know, I got sockets in there. I got sockets on clips. That seems to work. And I put the wrenches in between, and these are just, I think these are impact. Yeah, these are impact sockets. I got these at the flea market. They're made in Taiwan. I got these when I was a kid, and they're fabulous. The broaching is fabulous. I've never broken one. So, you know, I hope you can see that. Yeah, these little divider things. And then you put wrenches in between the dividers. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yep. Sometimes you gotta. Oh. Alright. There, now it sits flat. Yeah, it's not the greatest, but alright, same here. You know, wrenches and cardboard box, you know. I'm trying to think if I have anything more. Not really. Just hammers sitting in there. There's like a top of a tool tray and pry bars, and it's just kind of. I know I need to make a concerted effort not to move around so much. What else? Yeah, I got some. I don't know. Some bins. This is like, okay, so this is a hobby craft. I'm going to zoom in on this if I can. Craft organizer, $2, $1.99, $2 chalk. Killer. So, this is your Dremel mecca of bits. Yeah, pretty jazzed about that. I've been collecting these forever. Swap meets and here and this and there, and you know. Zoom around. Dremel actually has soldering stuff in it because it's in the soldering section. My Dremels are kind of back in there. Whatever, you get the idea. And then like this is pneumatic tools. Oh, so this is cool. There's a yellow bin, and I cut the top off to make it fit. And it's kind of subdivided with cardboard boxes with the different wheels. So that's cool. And I got, you know, a cardboard box here with the little discs, you know, and my air tools in between. So that's cool. Oh, and it's not a system per se, it's just kind of willy-nilly. And, you know, that's just kind of how it is. Back up. So that's that. All right, let's see, what else? I know. All right, let me show you something real quick. This is my welding bench, and it's just got stuff scattered all over it. But one thing, see, I got the welder underneath there, and see, this is cool. This is a miscellaneous drawer. I put my welding gloves in it, and it's quite long. And this is some random drawer I got in an auction lot of some stuff. I made a bracket out of aluminum. There's one in the back. And I keep all my welding gloves in there. And it's silly and it doesn't match. And I mean, look at this welding table. It's got, you know, orange, what is that, 1.5-inch angle iron legs, and it's got a rolled steel top. And anyways, so little stuff like I hang my helmets on the side of this cabinet. This is a what is this? An electrical cabinet, a Rittal cabinet, and I got a little. I usually keep my eyeglasses there because I can't see under the welding helmet, and I just hang them on hooks. And I got my little, you know, thermostat there. Oh yeah, say hi to Jake and Elwood. And so check this out. I got a lamp. It's a desk lamp. All right. And I mounted it. If you can see, it's just on a piece of wood. I mounted it to the wall. And let's see. This is an old collet closer thingy, and I keep my welding rods in it. Yep, probably shouldn't have spray paint on the welding bench, but you know, danger makes a better video. Alright, so I gotta show you this. So for Christmas, my 7-year-old niece Alexa made me a card, and I put it up on the cabinet. So this is Uncle Doozer, and she made this. Things that, you know, she thinks about when she thinks of me. She thinks of machines, smart, talented, stinky, and fun. Stinky and fun. Oh, she's the greatest. 7 years old. So, man, I'm going to come back up. Alright, so this is my cabinet. This was an electrical panel. When I worked at Michelin, this ran a tire buffer. It had all kinds of high voltage whatnot inside. So let me kind of Rittal. Maybe you can even read that. Yeah, there you go. So, anyways, open it up. Sorry about that. We go back up again. So it's got shelving in it, and they're 2x12s, double 2x12 side by side. And it makes a great tooling cabinet. I'll show you 2x12s. You can kind of see angle iron. Man, I don't know if this is going to come out or not. But and on top is tempered masonite, so it's nice and you know, won't snag anything. Because you got machine surfaces, you know, on the bottom. I don't know, I have a rag in there, whatever. My rag's over there. Okay, so this is not the greatest use of space because these things are like, I think it's 19 inches deep, right? And a lot of this stuff is small. I got a rotary table upside down in there, which I need to put together. Got some vices and pieces. Like this stuff is parts for the decal, riser blocks, and I got, you know, whatever. Chucks. That's an independent slash, you know, scroll chuck. You know, tooling for the boring mill, whatever. Just kind of like you can see how stout 2x12s are next to each other. No, I'm sorry, those are 2x10s. They measure 9 1/4, so they're 2x10s, doesn't matter. But the tempered masonite, just like a clipboard, is super awesome. You can fill this up with Kurt Weiss's, and it won't droop a bit. And the top shelf, you can see, you know, I didn't even plug the holes on some of this stuff. Tooling plates and magnets and, you know. So, all right, enough of that. So that, tooling solutions, that's what the topic of this video. Stinky and fun. All right. I'm going to do a little side note here. I recently moved my cast iron surface plate into the corner of my shop. It used to be, you know, over in the front there, and I got the green press, the K.R. Wilson press, and I had the press there, and I had the press somewhere else, and then this was there, and now I put this in the corner. And it just makes sense. You know, this is my planer. So, you know, the toolbox we were just in, the welding table, the Rittal cabinet, stinky and fun. And next to that, the space just worked out. I got about a foot on either side. I got access to my plugs, my outlets. And yeah, this is new. So I'm going to back up. It's tight in here. So this is a new cabinet. This is actually made by Lion, I believe, just like the cabinet I showed you, the Vidmar drawers. Not Vidmar, they're Lion. This is a very old cabinet. It's only a foot deep. So those pigeonholes are 9 inches by 9 inches by a foot deep. And I'm going to put some tempered masonite in there, just like I just showed you, and cut it up. But what's nice is, for narrow stuff, I'm going to probably take stuff out of the Rittal cabinet and just put it in here, because I've got it filled up with just a little bit of stuff, and that's going to, you know, have more appropriate things put in it. And well, geez, I can't show. That's the wall cabinet. The door's halfway open with the peel and paint. And that's a Hamilton multi-drawer. Okay, we'll come back to this surface plate table in a minute. But I wanted to show you the Hamilton. All right. And that's just kind of, that's attached to the wall. That's not sitting on there. So yeah. No, that does. I just put some rods in there. Okay. All right. All right. Back up. Kaizen foam. It had something in there. I don't know. Boring bars, I think. A good bit of wasted space. I didn't do this. This is at work. They were throwing this out, so they graciously allowed me to take it home. This Kaizen foam, it's, you know, I don't know. It's getting old. It's coming apart. I pulled this foam out. It had stick-em glue back, and it was a mess to get out. It was just self-adhesive. And I gotta take this out and pressure wash it or something. But you know, I'll see more foam I tore out. Okay, let me back up. So this is, you know, pretty good use of space. I think this was boring bars again, or ER collet extensions. I don't know how old this is, but it's just turning nothing. I mean, this is just dust. So I'm going to have fun cleaning this out. I don't know if I should set the stuff on fire and burn it out or what. I don't know. But sorry, Kaizen foam is good for some things, not good for others. I'm not knocking it. It just doesn't work for me. I've seen it just, you know, it's inflexible. It's made for people that you're in a factory, you need to make sure your employees are putting their tools away. For a home shop, may or may not be so great. I don't know if I got any more. Nothing in there. I don't think any, well, okay. All right, Zager, Collet Indexer. You know, somebody was, you know, this was from a factory. You know, I don't know what this is. That's kind of, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's from a factory. This stuff doesn't last forever. Maybe it's just poor quality foam. I don't know. But like I said, yeah, it's just turned to nothing. Whatever. So there's really nothing in these drawers, but this was the Kaizen foam. Maybe that's why I've got a little bit of a negative, oops, almost fell out there. A bit of a negative opinion. I think it's, you know, it's good, but it's hard to work with. Okay. I don't know. Oh, you know what these were? These are go, not go gauges. These are go, not go plug gauges. And these were the round thread gauges. So, and they're product specific, you know. So that's what that is. One more cool thing, let me back you up. The microwave is on top of what used to be the radio transmitter from Buffalo State College. And I put wooden plywood shelves in it. I got some gauge blocks, some Joe blocks on top, some pin gauges, and I got some, look how many vices. I got like 4 Kurt vices in there, and it's so strong with the 3/4 plywood shelving. It's pretty neat. It used to be, like I said, a radio transmitter. This thing vibrates. I gotta put some. It vibrates from the Mitsubishi wall-mounted air conditioner. I don't know if you can hear it. It's vibrating. I don't know if the fan's out of balance a smidgen. Whatever. And I got a big chuck in there. So it's kind of a little tight area here. I'm going to spin you around, make you all dizzy. So access to the controls for the Giddings and Lewis. This bandsaw's got to go. So it's on 4 wheels. It's on casters all the way around, but and then access to the Rockford planer. So let me back you up. Stinky and fun. Yeah, so I shuffled this in the corner. Everything's either pallet jackable or on wheels. So that cabinet is on wood blocks, so you can move it with a pallet jack. Kind of see right there and right there, and that's on pallet jacks. And man, that thing's just making noise. So anyways, that's the reason I'm focusing on this is I'm just kind of rearrange my shop. Damn it! That's annoying. All right. I made this lamp up. That is a Buffalo Morelight. You might think it is a Vimco. I don't know if Buffalo Morelight, there you go, is related to Vimco. So it's the lamp and the gooseneck is Buffalo Morelight. That is a piece of 3/8 pipe with a bend in it. That's the coolant feed off of a LeBlanc Regal lathe. That's like a door closer arm. It's just a piece of flat steel. And these are cast brass, or bronze actually. Those are like little stanchions. I'll show you. I don't know. Hold on. Let me try and zoom. I'm going to screw this up. Hold on. No. Oh, yeah. Too far. Oop. So those are cast brass stanchions. They are part of a high voltage vacuum bottle interrupter. I used to work at a place that made high voltage switchgear. So I bolted that to the wall. Man, I'm digging my camera down. That's a Buffalo Morelight. Come on. Oop. I knew I'd go the wrong direction. I bought this for $1 at the used hardware store. So I made this up. There you go. As a lamp to hang on the wall. And no, I don't have a cord on it. I need to get a cord. I'm going to stop by Home Depot and get a cord. But anyways, I thought I'd show you guys that. Yeah, my lamp over my surface plate. It should light it up. Should be a real homey atmosphere. Should be pretty nice. So, all right. That's that. All right. Well, that was the video of. To start off is Kaizen foam. Basically, it's about tool storage. You know, it started. Aaron over at Always Sunny in the Shop. He did a nice video about putting Kaizen foam in his cabinet, Vidmar cabinet drawers. It's really awesome. Go check Always Sunny in the Shop. Go check it out. Aaron's got such a cool Monarch lathe. But you know, I left a comment over there that, you know, Kaizen foam wasn't something that I thought was good for me. He left a comment and replied, "Thank you, Aaron." And it's something that's going to work out for him. Keeping his stuff organized, and that's great. I appreciate him letting me, you know, speak my point of view on his channel, and I'm a guest on his channel. And he replied and he said he appreciated my point of view, but he likes his foam. You know, for what he's trying to accomplish with his organizational endeavors. So that's great, and I appreciate Aaron, and I'm glad he allowed me. So, you know, you can delete comments on your YouTube channel, and you know, I've only deleted one, and the guy was being belligerent about something, but it's like Facebook. It's like social engineering. You can delete anything you want, just so it always looks rosy. But I appreciate. I left. I thought it was a very polite comment, but you know, I was expressing my opinion that you know, it's made for factories where, you know, different people use the tools and they want to make sure they're put back. You know, different strokes for different folks. I had you know, the Hamilton drawers that I just showed you guys, and had the Kaizen foam in there. And like I said, maybe I'm biased because that foam was all coming apart. It's just not very flexible. And if I get you, if you got a set of tools you always use, you don't need to be flexible. And I kind of went off different tangents on how I store tools. And as you can see, a lot of my stuff, the drill chucks especially, and just different stuff, it's not very well organized. But you know what? Shop organization and tool organization is something that you evolve. At least it's natural for me. You kind of get stuff, you throw it in there, and then you get some spare time, and you kind of go through it, and you say, what could better belong where, and whatever. But man, like I said, I use cardboard boxes, I use soup cans, anything and everything. You know, I mean, I get it, some guys, they buy the fancy plastic dividers that, you know, come from Stanley or Bot or Vidmar or whatever. And that's great. I know I seen Adam Savage had some Sortimo brand bins. Ungodly expensive. They're really cool, but they're just plastic bins. So depending on your budget and what you want to do, you know, I mean, yeah, I've got money to spend on stuff, but you know, why? Well, I know why. If you want to have a really well organized shop, then you'll spend the money on the, you know, the colors matching organizer bins, and that's fine. I'm just not that way. I'm not a total cluster mess. I like to know in the general area where stuff is. But I don't need like the wrenches. Some guys, they got to have all snap-on wrenches or all Mac or whatever. I appreciate what works. And so I have all different brands of wrenches. Some are made in Taiwan, some are made in China, some are Craftsman, some are Mac Snap-on. Indestro is good. Bonnie, Hatch and McCaig and Buffalo. Barkalow is good. They made the Barca Lounger. They're Buffalo. Sorry, see how I get off topic? Anything tools or engineering or machines excites me. So again, Kaizen foam. If you like it, that's good. If you don't, like me, that's good too. I wish everybody could discuss things in a mature manner in our society. People talk about politics and, they get all jerked out of shape, and I don't understand why. They get emotional. I try to keep it non-emotional, just like I'll talk about not Democrats or Republicans or independents. I'll talk about the issue. What do you think about invading Iraq? What do you think about, the border wall? What do you think about, don't make it partisan, make it issue-driven, and listen to people's point of view. I was talking in a bar to a gentleman. He was saying, they should put in a soccer stadium downtown. And I says, I don't want my taxes paying for soccer because I don't care about soccer. And, he had an argument. He was saying, how much money it brings to the community, and the population appreciates soccer and because of the neighborhood and an economic stimulus. And he actually won me over. He changed my point of view because I had an open mind about my tax dollars going to fund a soccer stadium. And, it could be okay for, depending on how you look at it, and make more money for the city and the region and bring more money in, more businesses open. And so I try to be flexible. And I think we all need to be flexible. And listen, put yourself in someone's shoes. Put yourself in their point of view. So Kaizen foam, it's not for me. Apparently, I think Aaron likes it for his Sonny in the shop, and that's great too. If everybody was the same, that'd be not so good. So I kind of just showed you some of the stuff in my shop. I got a new camera. I'm trying out stuff. Trying to edit videos, put them together. I got to stop shaking the camera, but it's a lot more, it's clearer, I think. So more to come. Watch this space. Like I said, thanks again to all my new subscribers, and thank you to Jonathan W. Thanks for watching the piston video, me repairing that piston for Jonathan. That was really cool, and I hope you guys appreciate when I ramble on and I'm working on stuff, and I kind of try to give little tidbits of, machining theory and engineering theory and historical theory of, them Levett pistons. Levett was one of the forerunners in the development of aluminum pistons. Going back to the previous video, I guess, most pistons were cast iron back in the day. When I say back in the day, I mean 1900, 1910, probably even in the 1920s. I think Levett was around 1918 or something, I forget when that patent was. Yeah, it was 1918. But, as you guys know, cast iron pistons are so heavy, and it limited the RPM of an engine to where it would, vibrate. And I've seen some old ads on, the digitized Google magazines from, like, the day, the old motor magazines, that, replace your Ford V8 pistons with Levett pistons and, all that stuff. And they were up in New York. New York State. But yeah, I just love the history of this stuff, and I'll try to bring you guys as much as I can with the history. the different things that I work on. And believe me, I know a lot of the history of the stuff I collected in just the parts cabinets and the bins. I could have told you guys where each cabinet came from and how I got it, and you know, those blueprint drawers came from when I worked at Michelin, and the big cabinet came from Michelin, the Rital, and those other two, the pigeonhole cabinet and the Hamilton ones came from where I work now at the door closer place. So yeah. But anyways, you know, tell me what you guys do in your shop for organization. You know, I showed you a little bit about how I store my tools, and like that was an evolution of, you know, it was soup cans and cardboard boxes, and it works. I'm the kind of guy, I don't worry about how it looks per se, as far as everything's the same and everything. Some guys, that's real important to them. Everybody's wired different, and there's psychological reasons why some people are preferring order. There's psychological reasons why some people prefer chaos. I think chaos is a bit creative and fosters their creative spirit. You know, some people like to have things in order because it soothes them. They might have some inner conflict or something, and having things in order fills the void or calms the soul because they have strife in other areas. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist. I don't know. But I know everything is for a reason. And people change. I used to be more... I don't know how to explain it. Not keeping things in order, but if I knew something was the right way, I had to insist on doing it the right way. I don't know exactly, like if I was to paint something, I'd make sure I wipe it down before I paint it with thinners or whatever. I don't know. I couldn't skip a step. I mean, even if in the sake of time, I knew I wasn't doing a good job or the best job I knew how to do, and if I did a shortcut just to do it quick, I just couldn't do it. Because I don't know why, I think I'm put here on this earth to do things the best I can, and if I learn a better way to do something, I want to do it that way, even if it takes more time. And I know that that's hard to do if you're in a business or, you know, the construction industry. You know, you can save time doing things a little quicker, and it sacrifices maybe quality, but maybe not a lot. Like prepping for paint, slap the paint on. You could just slap it on, or you could tape the edges, or you could, you know, put down a drop cloth, or you could wash the walls first. I mean, there's a lot of different shortcuts. I don't know. I just, maybe I'm looking for a reason why I'm here on this earth and born in the United States of America, and what's my meaning? What am I here to do? Contribute to the world, to the society. So I try to do things the best I can. Maybe hope someone will notice. Hey, Doozer did a really good job because he kind of covered all the bases. Painted my house and it lasted 30 years. That guy knew what he was doing with the paint. Well, who knows? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just being crazy. So, I guess I'm sorry I'm rambling on about Kaizen foam, tool organization, and the meaning of life. I don't know. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Aaron, thanks for entertaining my point of view with the foam. Leave me your comments, guys. Tell me how you organize tools. Do you like Kaizen foam? Do you like little trays to organize stuff? Do you like the craft container bin divider thingies, boxes? You know, what do you guys use? Yeah, give me a good suggestion. Maybe I'll put it into practice in the shop. Oh, one thing I wanted to say. Those baby formula containers, they're square or rectangular. Square things net store better. If those are all round, you lose the space because it's round, and when you put them together, you know, square things tend to fit better together in the drawer. That's kind of why I like square stuff. So that's all. I'll end it here. Thanks for watching Doozer Shop, and watch this space. We got a lot cool more stuff coming your way.